So guys, as you wake up, have you ever wondered why all the flowers start to come alive in the morning? And I know all of us did not think of it, right? Because we all know that right after we wake up, then we look at our food. Isn't that right? Anyway, we all know that not only plants that get the sun's benefit, we, modern intelligent beings, also harness the sun sources for our own good, such as to make lamp or car that generated by the sun. Thanks to our great 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 ancestor who sparked the idea to use the sun as their primary source. Without them, solar panel will not be invented. The sun plays an important role in their daily life, and that's why we are here. My name is Muhammad Syami bin Hassan, and my friend is Muhammad Nazrin bin Samri. As a science student, today we are planning to talk about the importance of the sun to the ancient people. All of the data from our slide were gained from our reading and research from trusted sources. Our presentation will be divided into three sections, which are firstly, introduction, secondly, the importance of the sun to ancient people, and last but not least, the summary. I think I've talked about the intro, so let's dive into our first main point. The first major importance of the sun to the ancient people is to indicate and calculate time. As you can see, this is a sundial watch. I know what you're thinking. It's pronounced as sundial, not sun, and not that word. On a normal sunny day, this watch can tell us the time at the moment just by looking at its shadow. We know that the sun changes position in the sky from dawn till dusk. So, the shadow forming from the sunlight will also change, just like in this animation. Most of us have probably already done this kind of experiment at school, right? Unless you learn online, then pity you guys. Apart from that, they also can make a calendar just by observing the sun's position in the sky. If you look at this slide, you can see many yellow dots forming a loop, right? That basically is the sun position if we frame it at the same place and at the same time at a year. For an example, the top one might be in January and the bottom one might be caught in July. So, by looking at the sun's position in the sky, they can create a solar calendar which have 365 days. So now we can know that both the sundial watch and the calendar can help the ancient people to calculate and indicate time at that moment. And that's all for my presentation. For the next main point, Nazrin will be your guidance, so please stay focused.
Thank you, Shami, for the good presentation. Now, let me explain the next point for importance of sanctuation, which is to build a comfortable houses. As we know, buildings can be considered as basic needs for humans, right? Not just now, but the ancients also find a place to take shelter. This shows that building is very important for the ancient. Therefore, the ancient used the observation of nature and they found that they could use sunlight as a source to build houses. How can they pick up to that level? It was so interesting, right? So if you look at the picture on my slide, you can see the building with brown colors. So what it is? It is Taos Pueblos. Taos Pueblos is an ancient dwelling in Mexico. It was inhabited for about 1,000 years by Pueblo native people. So in this case, I want to highlight that the brown part of this building is actually a mud brick. How can they build a house just with mud? Let me answer this question. The ancients used the heat from the sun to dry the mud into the building blocks, and then they arranged the blocks to make the houses. And you can see, right, the building is solid until this day. And this is how to make bricks. Firstly, they mix the mixture of the mud, so the mud can be mixed well. Second, they put the mud into the molder. It is to shape the mud like bricks. And lastly, they take out the blocks and dry up under the sun to allow bricks to dry slowly. So this knowledge seems like very familiar to us, but for the ancients, it was one of the most important knowledge to make sure that they could live better than before. Thus, the sun was very important for the ancients to build a comfortable houses. Next, the sun heat is also important to regulate their house temperature. So based on my slide, during the day, the sun will emit heat, right? So the heat from the sun will be absorbed by the wall and make their house feels colder. While at night, the heat which was absorbed by the wall will be released into their house and make the house feels warm and comfortable to inhabit it. So this phenomena shows that the sun's heat can be used to regulate their house temperature. Therefore, sun was very important for the ancients because it can make house feels comfortable to inhabit it. Alright, I think we have reached the end of the presentation. So in conclusion, we know that the sun is very useful and very important to the ancients. When we were studying in school, we just learned that sun is very important for the plants. For example, for their photosynthesis and many others. But the actual fact shows that the sun was very important to the ancients, like we said just now. First, to indicate and calculate their time, and second, we also see the importance of the sun to build a comfortable houses. Both of these importance shows that the source of the sun can be said as a part of a human life. Imagine human beings living without a home and not working and not know about time. This is very sad, isn't it? So the sun does not shine for a few trees and flowers, but the white was joy by Henry Ward Beecher. So we as a human must think openly and wisely to use the source of the sun to enhance a better life. Well, that's all from us. Thank you.